I didn't expect to be quite so affected by it, even though I've watched it a number of times before. I guess there's something about doing it live and a reaction.
Holding in the way, that's what I heard them say. They used to heed the words he said, but that was yesterday. Gold will turn to gray and youth will fade away. They'll never care about you, call you holding in the way.
Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Old Men in Chairs. Today is Sunday, and normally I like to go to the flea market. There was a forecast of rain today, so I didn't go. But one of my favorite things is to go through the bins of old music CDs, which nowadays you can pick up for $1. And last Sunday I picked up one by Martina McBride, her 1999 album called Emotion. I like to have a CD that I play in my truck when I drive around. So I've been listening to this album all week, which was new to me. It's got a lot of great stuff, but I was particularly struck by this song, Love's the Only House. It's really a message song. A lot of what she's saying in here is still true almost 25 years later. I've been a Martina fan for a long time. I had a couple of her early albums, and they're on my regular playlist. But I wasn't familiar with this album or this song. Obviously, she has one of the greatest voices of any style of music. She can really put a song across. But this one in particular is almost like a protest song. It's got an edge to it. My most recent video was Waylon Jennings' reaction to his version of MacArthur Park. And that's done extremely well with over 400 views in just over 2 days. So maybe, the country music fans are out there and they want to hear more. So here's one of the queens of country music.
I was standing in the grocery store line, the one they marked Express, when this woman came through with about 25 things, and I said, don't you know that more is less? She said, this world is moving so fast, I just get more behind every day. And every morning when I make my coffee, I can't believe my life's turned out this way. All I could say was love's the only house big enough for all the pain in the world. Love's the only house big enough for all the pain.
Wow. The first thing you notice is that harmonica playing, which if I didn't know better, I would think it was Bob Dylan playing the harmonica. It's very Dylan-esque, and it kind of sets up the fact that this is a message song. And then, so the first verse is acted out. You have a lady who jumped in front of somebody else in the express lane with 25 items. Now, in a lot of cases, that could start a brawl or a fight, but instead of giving the lady a hard time, she listened to her, and she heard how difficult her life was and how everything was moving so fast. Well, I guess that's a feeling that a lot of us have, that especially nowadays, that things are moving so fast we can hardly keep up with them. The idea is, we're all in a lot of pain, and the only thing big enough to handle that pain is love. Great message.
For all the pain. He was walking by the other day and I said, hey baby, how you been? Yeah, I got me a little girl now and she's 4 years old and she's got her daddy's little grin. You only wanted what you can't have, and baby, you can't have me now. I gave my heart to another. Yeah, I'm a mother and he's a father, and we're a family and we got each other. And I found out the hard way that love's the only house big enough for all the pain in the world. Love's the only house big enough for all the pain.
Well, she told him, didn't she? You only want what you can't have. and you can't have me. Nice to see you. I got a life. I gave my heart to another. Cruel, perhaps, but true. Sometimes you gotta be cruel to be kind. I guess he wasn't too happy to hear that message, but he had his chance, apparently, and he wasn't ready for it.
Not for all the pain. You drive 3 miles from all this prosperity down across the river, and you see a ghetto there. And we got children walking around with guns, and they got knives and drugs and pain to spare. And here I am in my clean white shirt with a little money in my pocket and a nice warm home. And we got teenagers walking around in a culture of darkness, living together alone. All I can say is love's the only house big enough for all the pain in the world. Love's the only house big enough for all the pain.
And so that verse really lays it on the line. She's talking about only 3 miles across the river, there's a ghetto, and you know what you're going to find there. Drugs and guns and violence. And then she says there's teenagers living in a culture of darkness. Yeah, if anything, that darkness has gotten darker in the last 25 years.
Enough for all the pain. And I can't explain it, and I can't understand, but I come down and get my hands dirty, and together we'll make a stand. Some will cross the parking lot, some bands playing out of tune. City streets are gonna burn if we don't do something soon. And Senorita can't quit crying, babies do now and a day. Don one left, got sick of trying, no one there to show him the way. She came down to the grocery store. She said, I want to buy a little carton of milk, but I don't have any money. I said, hey, I'll cover you, honey, 'cause the pain's gotta go somewhere. I don't have any money. I don't have any money. Yeah, the pain's gotta go someplace. So come on down to my house. Don't you know love's the only house big enough for all the pain in the world? Love's the only house big enough for all the pain. Don't you know that love's the only house big in the world?
I didn't expect to be quite so affected by it, even though I've watched it a number of times before. I guess there's something about doing it live and a reaction that really makes you feel it. I mean, she's got such a beautiful voice, and she can just hammer out those anthems, those choruses. The video itself of acting out the story and giving the poor lady, covering her for the milk that she needs to buy. That's a very nice thing that she did, and a lot of people probably would do the same thing in that situation. If they could afford to do it, they would help a person in need. A really great song, and a great message, and a warning there when she said that the city streets are going to burn if something isn't done. And all we got to do is look across the ocean to France, where they're burning the whole country down today. And we've seen it in our country before, and it could happen again. Don't know what the answer to all that is, but it can't hurt to show a little kindness.
Holding in the way, that's what I heard them say. They used to heed the words